Hey y'all, Chelsea and Danny here.
Enjoy this episode of Today's Homeowner here on YouTube.
This week, we're completely demolishing a bathroom and putting it back together in a half hour.
Today's Homeowner with Danny Lipford. Real projects for real homeowners with real solutions. Information and inspiration on improving your home from professional remodeler Danny Lipford.
Hey, I'm glad you're with us this week. We're in the foyer of a 35-year-old home that's undergoing a major renovation. Now, we'll focus this week on just one part of this renovation where we're creating a new master bathroom in an area where two existing bathrooms are. Now, along the way, we're also going to squeeze a little space in for a half bath because this is a two-story house and there's no bathroom downstairs that's accessible unless you walk through a bedroom. Not a good situation. Now, we have plenty of room to take care of everything we need to, but our challenge is to update these areas without sacrificing any of the character of this home. We'll show you how we're going to take care of that. Welcome back to the show. Let me show you around and you can get an idea of how far we've progressed on this bathroom renovation. Now, this door leads into the master bedroom. Now, it'll be completely eliminated and sealed right up because we have another door on this end of the room that leads in from the hallway, and that'll be sufficient access into the bedroom. And by eliminating this, we'll give a little more privacy to this bedroom since we have the foyer right there. It's a pretty nice bedroom and very little will be done in this room. You can see the nice fireplace that they have on this side, and they have a nice built-in here, and actually that will be eliminated to provide access into the master bathroom. Now, you'll notice the black insulation board that I'm standing on. The reason for this is being used for protection of the hardwood floors below it. We put down a layer of plastic first, then the black board, and put a few pieces of tape here and there to hold it together. This provides good protection for the floor with any of the traffic going through. Even if you drop something on it, it's not going to hurt that floor below. This is a great idea if you're doing any kind of renovation in your home and you want to really save that hardwood floor. This is far better than any drop cloths you can put down. Now, the doorway that's going in here will take the place of this built-in, and the doorway you see behind me will be completely closed off. But this will provide the access from the master bedroom into the new master bath. Now, the new master bathroom will be created out of all of the little rooms we have in this area of the home. Basically, over here in this area, we had a toilet and large vanity top on one side of the room. In this little room, we had a countertop and also the tub area here. So basically, that was one bathroom. Now, this led into a walk-in closet that led into another walk-in closet that led right on through to another bedroom. Kind of a strange little floor plan. Next to that, we had a bathroom, a full bath, that was used by the back bedroom. So all of this whole area will be completely restructured to create the master bathroom. In addition to that, we'll have a small half bath on this end. We'll create that by basically relocating the toilet over on this side, then moving the plumbing down for a small pedestal sink here. Then a wall will be built right along here and a new doorway put in right here that will allow access from the hallway into this half bath. So this will kind of be like a guest bath here. But the rest of the area, from this wall to that wall, from that wall to here, is approximately 250 square feet that we'll use for both the master bathroom and two nice walk-in closets. Let me give you an idea of what it'll look like on the layout. Now, on the plans, you can get an idea of how everything's going to look. First of all, this is a master bedroom that we walked through. Here's the existing foyer and the area of the door we're going to close up. Coming on through, here's your new entryway into the bathroom, the new wall we would be building between the new master bathroom and the newly created half bath with the access off the hallway. Then over on this side, we have the new large shower stall with a seat, and then the water closet over on this side of the bathroom. Then two different entryways into two separate walk-in closets, a his and a her, and really saving some space by building in some linen closets, shelving units, and several built-ins. Now this bathroom renovation should really work out great because we have such good access to both the water and the drain lines. Even better than that, the house is up on piers, so we have about 3 feet under the house that the plumber can work to reroute the lines for the new bathroom layout. Well, the next step is to complete all the demolition.
It only weighs about 600 pounds.
Get ready to review your fix-it list as Danny and home repair expert Joe Trewini show you this week's simple solution. Brought to you by DuPont Tyvek. Build it once, build it right.
Being able to improvise when you're in the middle of a home improvement or remodeling project can save you a lot of time and trouble.
And a few trips to the hardware store, probably.
It could. And here I'm going to show you a trick of using a step ladder as a sawhorse. Now, if you have a pair of sawhorses, that's great, but if they're not handy, you don't own a pair, you can use a ladder. Simply take the board you're going to cut or sand and slip it over the top of one rung and under one of the rungs in the back. And that provides plenty of support for you to make the cut or drill the hole in the board.
Now that may work well with a board like that, but what about a piece of plywood?
Well, if the board is too wide to fit between the rails of the ladder, all you need to do is lay the ladder down. Then you'll notice back here at the bottom of the ladder, you get a nice wide surface where you can put an entire sheet of plywood and make the cut.
But I've seen somebody make a mistake there and maybe cut a little bit more than they wanted.
Yeah, it only takes a split-second mistake to turn a perfectly good ladder into a tripod. So really be careful where they make the cut.
Okay, another idea is if you're working on doors and you're having to maybe shave it off a little bit to make it work better, it's great to work at it on the edge like this, but it's hard to hold it up by straddling it with your legs. So take your pipe clamps, put the excess running in one direction on one end.
I'll put this clamp going in the opposite direction.
Exactly. And that way, it'll support it real well and allow you to really work on it. Works great.
Now, we didn't put any paper or padding between the clamp and the door itself, but you might want to do that to prevent scratches.
This renovation is really running smoothly. The carpenters have already studded up the doorway that originally went from the foyer into the master bedroom. We've also had to remove a good bit of drywall here and there so that the electricians can wire a few extra outlets and, of course, cable TV. The access into the master bathroom has already been established. This was the original opening into the bathroom. That's been studded up. And then this area pretty well is filled up with our new pocket door frame. Pocket door will be installed a little bit later. And this was the original area that we had recessed in for a cabinet that was original to the house. Now inside this area, we've mentioned earlier how we were going to stud up this wall to create a new half bath or powder room that will be accessible off the hallway. The doorway's been established and the plumber's really been busy spending a lot of time under this house to reroute all the water and drain lines. Here we have one vanity location here and one here. Also, with all of the other walls that are up, you can see how the closets will lay out. One closet here, one over on this side. But right between them is a little area that we're going to really utilize well, and that's with several different types of shelving units. Let me explain what I mean. This area is a little too deep for a linen closet. Normally a linen closet anywhere from 12 inches to 16 inches deep. Here we're using 16 inches. We'll have shelving here, down below, a little hamper for those dirty clothes centrally located in the bathroom. But since it only goes back 16 inches, we have this area that we're going to split again and have open shelving for this closet on this side and a mirror image of that on the other side. Pretty good design idea there. Now, over on this side, we have a very large shower unit that's being established, and a lot of homeowners are deciding to just put in a shower instead of a tub in their master bathroom, particularly homeowners like these that plan on staying in this house a long time. Now, one of the things they've had a little trouble with is selecting their plumbing fixtures, and you can see our plumbing valve that we really need in the wall is not here. You need that in the wall because you'll be closing these walls up with drywall and continuing the tile work that we'll do for the shower, so this needs to be in very soon. One of the problems many homeowners have in selecting plumbing fixtures is that you can go in and see a plumbing valve or a shower valve like this that's $35. You can also see one that looks a lot like it that's $350. How do you know the difference in that value? Well, recently we talked with a plumbing manufacturer's representative to explain the difference.
Danny, as you know, the quality of the valve is very important to a consumer when they're installing a shower.
That's because it can be very expensive when that valve leaks. I know we've done a number of jobs where we've had to tear out the entire shower just to replace an inferior valve, but there's so many different ones to choose from. How can you give us some guidelines here on how to really choose the right one?
Sure. One of the most important things right off the bat is to make sure the valve is pressure balanced. Because if somebody flushes a toilet or runs a dishwasher, you want to make sure that you don't get shower shocked.
Oh, we've all been scalded by that.
And that's awful. And all the valves that we'll see today are all pressure balanced, so that is key. But when you take a look at a different valve, we kind of break consumers into different groups. Those who shower to live, and those who live to shower.
Great.
Now you take a look at an entry-level valve like this, you notice this is what we call a cycling valve, which means it's in its off position, but you cycle it on, through cold, all the way through to hot. So a consumer could find their great shower maybe right in this area.
Okay, what about cost on that?
This would cost you about $200.
Okay, all right, and I guess we're stepping up the line here.
Exactly right. When you step up to the line, this next one is a volume control valve. So it actually pulls in and out. So if a consumer wants a gentler shower, less volume, they can actually pull it out a little bit. Or if they want a full flow shower, they can pull it out all the way. And again, temperature is a dial.
Okay, I know that's got to be a little more expensive.
About $250.
Okay, all right, now we're really stepping up here. I like this design, how it has the escutcheon there, a little bit of almost a Victorian design, and a heck of a shower valve. Now, what about that one?
Great shower. Best shower valve that we have. This is both a pressure balance and a thermostatic valve. Now what you have is you have the volume control down below, but up above, this is a really unique technology. This is a thermostatic. And what happens is you actually dial this in to get the right temperature that you want in the shower. And it will maintain that temperature for the life of the shower, which is great.
Now, that really sounds expensive, Tim.
It is. This product costs about $600 to the consumer.
Okay.
But you get more with that, a lot more.
People are spending a lot more in their bathrooms these days, so to have the right valve behind the shower wall probably is well worth it. Now, this is all chrome, and the prices that you mentioned there, I know it steps up a little bit if a homeowner decides to go with an alternate finish.
Exactly. If you step up to a polished brass, you might see a 15 to 20% increase in cost. Or if you go to one of our higher end finishes like a sateen or a black opal, because we had so many processes to the metal, it might jump up to 30%.
I see. Great information, Tim. Thanks a lot.
Now let's join Danny at the Home Center to check out the best new products. Brought to you by the Home Depot.
Anytime you're doing any home improvement project around your house, we want you to be safe. And that starts with getting the right safety equipment. Now, to protect your breathing in any of the bad dust out there, respirators as well as dust masks. To protect your eyes, there's plenty of safety goggles and safety glasses available. But don't forget your hearing. Your ears can really be damaged by using some of the leaf blowers, drills, and saws that are out there, so hearing protection is very important. Now, wouldn't it be nice to block out all of the harmful noise and still be able to listen to your favorite tunes or listen to that ball game? Well, that's where Work Tunes comes in handy. Work Tunes is a hearing protection device that has a built-in AM/FM radio. So you're able to block out all of that harmful noise and still be able to listen to an AM/FM radio. Now you may wonder, why not just put on regular earphones and crank it up a bit? Well, that's exactly the reason, is because the noise that you would create by turning it up so loud to override the dangerous noise can harm your ears even more. So if you got a lot of work to do that's going to be noisy, you might want to invest in Work Tunes. They're only $60. Well, the shower valve's completely in. The homeowner's made that decision, and the plumber's been able to complete his work. We've installed all of the drywall all throughout the bathroom, and our cultured marble contractor came out and installed our cultured marble all the way up to the ceiling height, so plenty of protection there. Of course, our glass door and enclosure's in, and we've been able to have our trim carpenter come out installing all of the crown molding as well as the door moldings around all of the doors and the cased openings. Then our painter was out and did all the priming so that we can protect the wood while the rest of the work is being done. Now, there is a lot of work left to be done, a lot of traffic in here with the painters, wallpaper guys, as well as the plumbers. So our ceramic tile contractor decided to install the ceramic. These are 20 by 20 tiles we're working with here, but they're holding off on the grout until a little bit of the traffic dies down. That's only just about an hour-long job to come back in and to re-grout it. That way we won't have to worry about any stain or anything like that taking place on the grout. Also, our trim carpenters did a lot of work inside the custom closets with a combination of 12-inch and 16-inch shelf boards with a little 1x2 edge band on the front. They created the cubicles in several areas of the closet, as well as our cabinet maker built a real nice little drawer section that'll really help the homeowners keep everything organized. The other walk-in closet's very much the same. Everything customized just the way the homeowners wanted it. Another contractor that's made his way out to the job is our cabinet maker. Now, if you remember before, we had a little recessed area right here in the middle of the bathroom, and here's how he finished it off with raised panel doors, all painted white, and glass knobs really look great. Inside, adjustable shelving, which will be plenty of room with this much depth for any linen needs that the homeowners have here. And down below, a little hamper, you throw the clothes in, and they'll have a little laundry basket down below so that they can carry it right on to the laundry room. And of course, the cabinets here match the cabinets over on the double vanity. If you'll remember, earlier in the show, we also talked about this new wall that was being built. Now, this separates this master bathroom from the new powder room. Most powder rooms tend to be a little fancier than other bathrooms in the house, and the homeowner had that same idea in mind here with the design for the front of the vanity. 3 drawer fronts, and on either side the fluted little pieces here with even a plinth block at the bottom and a rosette to top it off. Now, you may wonder, how can you get 3 drawers to work under a little vanity sink? Well, actually, they're all built on one door so that you still have good access inside, but has that nice design element on the outside. And then they topped it off with a granite top, and I'll bet even a nice oval mirror will go here. We'll see in just a minute.
Now let's go outside for Around the Yard. Lawn and garden tips you can use, straight from the experts.
I'm with Dr. Trey Rogers, who's a turf expert. And Trey, I know you get a lot of questions from homeowners about different parts of the yard. What's the main concern?
Well, number one concern, the Briggs & Stratton survey this past year, is weeds. Half the people got a problem with them.
I guess it's kind of misunderstood, and I really don't understand how, you can have one lawn that looks really good and one right beside it that doesn't look so good. What really breeds those weeds?
Well, keep in mind, they're the effect of poor quality turf. So you've been either mowing wrong, fertilizing wrong, or irrigating wrong. So you can change those practices and really help to keep those weeds out.
Now, I've heard of things like broadleaf weeds, different kind of grasses. How do you know the difference, and how do you know how to attack them?
Just go think about 2 categories. First of all, grassy weeds with crabgrass.
Okay.
The second one is the broadleaf weed with the dandelion. Now, to go after the crabgrass plant, think about pre-emergent herbicide, which is a granular. We'll put it down in the spring, early spring. Use the forsythia bush as your indicator. That bright yellow flower comes out, go ahead and put it down.
Okay.
With the broadleaf weed, it's still a springtime application, but we've got to hit the leaf of the broadleaf weed, so it's got more of a contact herbicide. You can do this with the granular or with a spray. That's not a problem. But if you want to have your best control, go after them in the early fall. Anywhere from early October to early December, depending on where you live, you'll come out clean as a whistle in the springtime.
Master bath renovation is one of the most popular home improvement projects there is. And in this master bathroom, we incorporated a lot of elements that are very popular these days. A separate toilet area, some nice natural light coming into the bathroom, also a nice large shower with a seat, and separate his and her closets with custom shelving inside, plenty of room, plenty of light. Also a centrally located linen closet and a built-in hamper. Makes it very easy and convenient to use this bathroom. Also a little higher than normal vanity top with double vanities. Now, another very important thing is a separate powder room, very popular. We were able to incorporate that on the other side of this wall by dividing up part of the room and making it accessible from the hallway. These are just some of the ideas you may want to consider using in your next bath renovation. I'm Danny Lipford. We'll see you next week.
Hey, thanks for watching this episode of Today's Homeowner. And don't forget to comment, like, and hit the bell icon so that we can notify you when new videos are posted.
And don't go anywhere, click around and continue the home improving fun.